It's a neighborly day in the SEC. A neighborly day to talk football with me. Come on, join me.
No, when you flip on the film Mississippi State, you saw some hesitancy at the linebacker position. Keith Holcomb was hesitant. When Dylan Moses came in, he's aggressive. The talent, the physicality has always been there. It's just about understanding what's going on, getting guys lined up, and you can't replace the experience that he was able to garner today. Up until last week, just 4 days as a linebacker. Now he's got 2 games under his belt as a middle linebacker. Valuable.
You know what I always love? I always love players that play a little angry. And you know what? Lamar Jackson, rightfully so, is going to be in New York. And he's not going to get the Heisman Trophy. It's going to be Baker Mayfield. And that man is a talented football player. And I think he's going to come out a little bit angry. And you know what? He's going to be going against a Mississippi State team.
Lives angry.
They may be a little angry as well because they don't have many coaches that are still there. They're all going off to Florida. Keaton Thompson's the guy that runs the football as well. He'll be playing for an injured Nick Fitzgerald. But I'm looking forward to seeing Lamar Jackson in a video game type environment because I think he's going to put up some numbers.
And if you think,
Auburn's going to be dynamic. They're going to be explosive. I think the biggest thing that we're going to see from this game outside of Dylan will be staying healthy. And Minkah Fitzpatrick had another week to rest the hamstring. They're going to have him against Auburn with how dynamic that offense is. Seeing Jalen Hurts develop as a passer, you're going to see the intermediate passing game much more prevalent. You don't want to take the running element out of a guy's game because Jalen Hurts is so good at it. You just want to force him to develop himself and hone those skills.
Really notice Butch Jones handcuffing Dobbs in the pass game, not letting him do quite enough. And when you do that to a quarterback, he starts to push in moments when he doesn't need to. Give him that confidence. Let him play loose. His athleticism will take over when plays break down, but Jalen Hurd is going to be the horse for that offense.
So not here. He only squats 675 pounds. You're going to see the leverage. That's a double team. That is a double team. He just blew through. Stayed low. Great big tackle on third down.
Well,
speaking of bringing a smile to your face, it's got to be the smile and really the peace of mind on Jake Bentley's face when you talk about Sky Moore.
Ooh, yeah.
Even a young quarterback knows the best friend of a quarterback, everyone says the running back or a good receiver. It is a strong defense, and to have your leading tackler every single season, he has stepped on the football field back, a leader in the locker room. That is something that gives a young quarterback, really even a Will Muschamp, a ton of confidence in a team that I believe is going to make waves in the SEC East. They have a chance to be a very tough out and to steal some games that maybe they are not favored in. So Jake Bentley, smile on his face when you talk about Sky Moore.
Funny thing is, Bentley's playing with a guy that he watched when he was in 8th grade. You know,
It's
that's
crazy.
Crazy to believe he's been around that long.
And a game changer, too. 11 interceptions. I mean, a guy that can really change things for that entire team, not just the defense. Yeah, 3 points is not going to do it. They need 7, and they need to continue to hit these big plays. We saw the big play down the sideline in the first drive. Another big run here on this drive by Brewer. But you got to punch it in here. I like that move, though. I mean, you bring in the guy that's more talented, a little thicker, a little more of a dangerous runner, and when you're this close to the end zone, you can still pass it. He's still capable of throwing a jump ball if he needs to, so I like that move. We'll see if they come back to him. I'm just so glad the game's getting played. I mean, there was talks that it had to happen for so many different reasons, especially in the SEC West and that landscape, how it's going to shake out. Florida at the end made a concession, and a big concession. They're only going to have 5 home games now when they should have had 7 on the schedule initially. But then again, if you're LSU, they would have had to go on the road for 3 straight SEC games. It was not a perfect system. There was not a right answer. But you saw Ed Orgeron. He's stoked. He gets another home game late in the season against Florida. And the best thing about this is the game we wanted to see. Fournette's going to be healthy, which he wouldn't have been if they would have played that game originally.
That's a good point, right?
And Luke Del Rio will be back. So this is the LSU-Florida game we wanted to see. Is it a little later? Is it quite fair for Florida? Maybe not, but we're going to get a good matchup. You see Jones Stewart come off the left side of your screen. There's only 3 guys on that wall for Tulsa, so the outside rusher has enough speed he can get there. Boy, if he lays out.
Yeah, I think he gets it clean.
Yeah.
Mr. Rodgers is definitely a very good college football analyst.
Hello, neighbor.